When futurists and physicists look at the stars, they use a specific cosmic measuring stick to gauge how advanced a civilization really is. It is called the Kardashev scale, and it ranks societies based on how efficiently they harness energy and operate as a unified planetary system. Looking at this scale, you can see exactly where humanity currently sits. Despite our global internet and our ability to put rovers on Mars, we still fall just shy of the first major milestone. We hover at around a Type 0.7. We have the physical tools of a Type 1 society, but we lack the planetary unification required to cross the threshold. The barrier holding us back is heavily rooted in our own psychology. We remain locked in obsolete systems of command, control, and resource hoarding. These are structures driven by fear, creating artificial divisions that keep a truly global, cooperative society out of reach. Piling more advanced hardware on top of a divided, fear-driven society does not trigger evolution. Raw technological growth, without a unified operating system to guide it, becomes a trap that accelerates planetary collapse. To break out of this trap, we run into a logical wall famously articulated by Albert Einstein. We cannot fix our problems using the exact same thinking that created them. Crossing the Type 1 threshold requires a shift in our primary operating system, consciousness. We have spent centuries perfecting the machinery of the external world, while the internal technology required to manage it has remained largely unaddressed. Making the leap requires what researchers call an upwising. Humanity has to stop viewing itself as a separate entity dominating nature and realize we are intimately connected to a holistic system where every action ripples through the network. For thousands of years, we have focused our effort on developing physical technology. To survive the jump to Type 1, we now have to evolve our spiritual and cognitive technology to match that immense physical power. Ancient spiritual texts and modern quantum physics are beginning to describe the same underlying mechanics. Our current understanding of the atom shows that the vast vacuum between subatomic particles is actually a vibrational field that responds to attention and intention, functioning more like a conscious energy field than a mechanical void. When we view the universe as an intelligent field, our perspective on life and the cosmos shifts. This intelligence likely scales up with civilization, suggesting the existence of non-human intelligences, or NHIs, that may have evolved within this field millions of years ahead of our own. Popular media trains us to view NHI as a conquering threat, but a civilization capable of harnessing galactic energy has little use for our physical resources. Instead, these entities appear more like cosmic forefathers, deeply invested in the subtle mechanics of helping younger species mature. We are part of a larger, highly attentive cosmic ecosystem. By understanding these advanced civilizations, we begin to see that we are being observed and assisted by a network that is actively attempting to help us evolve. The evidence of this interaction comes from observers with deep systemic knowledge of our aerospace reality. Dr. Edgar Mitchell, the lunar module pilot for Apollo 14, spent his post-NASA career detailing how this broader reality intersects with our own, starting with events during his mission. While operating the lunar module, Mitchell observed silver metallic cylinders detaching from the moon's surface and closely tracking his craft. These accounts, which Mitchell kept private until later in life, corroborate similar reports from earlier missions of non-human artifacts interacting with our first deep space flights. Physical sightings are only one entry point into this interaction. Most encounters occur through what researchers call contact modalities, direct frequency shifts, sudden, inexplicable synchronicities, or spiritually transformative experiences. These internal events suggest that contact is often a resonance within human consciousness itself. This data indicates that the evolution of humanity is being guided through multiple channels, whether through physical encounters in orbit or internal frequency shifts. We are experiencing a persistent, multidimensional effort to move us toward a higher order. Recognizing this cosmic connection changes the entire trajectory of humanity. A Type 1 civilization cannot be achieved through military force or economic manipulation. It is built exclusively on harmony between the people and the planet. This chart visualizes the literal mechanics of that transition. At the quantum level, human intention, focused attention, and direct action collapse chaotic waveforms into physical reality. Our internal focus dictates the external structure of our world. To harness this, individuals have to engage in deliberate inner work. This means quieting the mental static, observing without projecting old prejudices, and tuning into the unified field. The leap from a Type 0 to a Type 1 civilization is strictly an inside job. Broad global evolution is physically impossible without the internal, cognitive transformation of the individuals who make up the system. We are currently facing the ultimate choice that drives human evolution. It is a strict polarity. We either continue our dedication to service to self through command and control, or we pivot towards service to others through collaboration and empathy. Making that pivot requires each of us to become what is known as a biosocial architect. You do this by living fearlessly, abandoning the need to dominate your environment, and learning to feel your way through a vibrational reality as a steward of the earth. If we stop bickering over isolated resources and apply our unified intention towards sustainability, the math changes drastically. We have the capacity to clean up and stabilize the entire planet within a single generation. We are not waiting for a miraculous new machine or a political savior to rescue us. By tuning our personal frequencies to love, collaboration, and mutual respect, we become the very technology that elevates humanity into a Type 1 conscious civilization.